Okay, so this part is Graybook. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Graybook. Okay, so oh, you're right. Let me see, Graybook. Okay, exam one. So the first questions I'm gonna go over. Notability, create new notes, import. That. Okay, so the first question is super easy. Just integrate this. So integration from 2 to 0 of 2x cubed plus 3 dx. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get x to the fourth over fourth times 2 plus 3x between 2 to 0. So that's equal to 1/2 x to the fourth plus 3x between 0 to 2 to the 0. So which is you're gonna have to plug in 2 to the fourth plus 3 times 2 minus 0 minus 0. So that's equal to 16 over 2. 16 over 2 is going to give you 8. 8 plus 6 is equal to 14. So answer is C. Is that right? Okay. And so this is the way I look at the question. The table above gives a function derivative of selected f. If f prime is continuous between -2, the average value of f prime, the closed interval. So the average values, so it's going to be f prime of x between 1 over b minus a of b and a. So so it'll be 1 over b minus a. If you integration of f prime, then that's going to be f of b minus f of a. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And then f of b is equal to what? Well, that means 1 over 2 minus -2. Integration of -2 to 2. This one is it's going to be f of b, so it's going to be f of 2 minus f of -2. And what will that be? That's equal to 1 over 4. What is f of 2? If I look at f of 2, it's going to give me e. And f of minus f of -2 is going to give you a. So be e minus a over 4. That's a b. Suppose that f is continuous function, define f -5. So this is the way you're going to draw it. Let's just say if I have, oh, I draw it very weirdly. So let's just say if I have -5 and -1. So if I -5 is equal to 3, so 1, 2, 3, so it's going to be right here. And f of -1 is equal to -2. So it's going to be, and they say it's a continuous function. So it's continuous function, just draw a straight line. If it doesn't have continuous function, then you cannot do a straight line. And if f of x equal to 0 for the 0 and only one value of x, and which following could be it? So which kind of theorem is this asking? Not mean value. Intermediate value. Remember the water bottle situation? So if some point is right here and some points right here, it has to go through 0 at this point. It had to go through, it can go through more than once. You could have oscillation, right? So you can go through more than once. But the problem is it's just going through simple one. It has to occur between -5 to -1. And there's only one value of that, which is B. Any questions here? No? Okay. I'll go over a couple more questions. So number 4, this one is actually interesting. This one is called factorials. So if I take a derivative, first derivative, let's just say f of x, that's going to give you 4 times 2 plus 3x to the third. F of second derivative, which is you can write it like that, it's going to be 4 times 3 times 2 plus 3x to the second. F to the third derivative, it's going to be 4 times 3 times 2 times 2 plus 3x to the first. Are we okay?
I think the first one is wrong.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the chain rule, did I? Okay, so this one is going to be 3 to the first, and then 3 to the second, 3 to the third. Thank you. So f of 4 of x is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And this one's what? Just 3, right? So it'll be 4 factorial times 3 to the 4th power. So the answer will be C. Are we okay? Now they say plug in 1. I don't have anything to plug in, so that's a result. Now factorial, let's say 6 factorial is equal to 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 4 factorial is just equal to 6, is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So that's it. So what if I have 6 factorial over 4 factorial? Just for a future reference, you can write it out. Say 6 times 5 times 4 factorial over 4 factorial. Therefore, 4 factorial can cancel. It's equal to 30. So that just is something that you need to know first in terms of factorials. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that chain rule. I did forget the chain rule. That was really bad.